Well, we've got some light rain tonight.
With the departure of Wolfgang, Jared, and Donald, we were down to 8 vehicles remaining. I suppose there are those sitting in the comfort of their air-conditioned living rooms binge-watching the latest streaming hit show who think, you folks have got to be crazy doing what you do. And maybe we are at that. But we're sure having a great deal of fun while experiencing a wonderful adventure and seeing a lot of one amazing planet. That didn't mean, however, that we didn't hope that today would be a bit easier and shorter than perhaps some of our other days.
It rained a little bit last night.
We will be going some kind of interesting terrain. We'll get into more hilly stuff. Then we'll get into some more lava flows a little bit too. So, yeah. Well, we'll be on pavement for about 3 miles. We'll be on an old section of highway for a short time that's been rerouted years ago. It's still paved somewhat,
sort of. So you don't count that one as pavement, right?
Maintained by the county?
No, it's not maintained that I know of. It doesn't go anywhere.
Kind of maintained like these are.
Then we'll be on a very short section of old railroad bed from where they brought the railroad up from Twin Falls up to Camas Prairie up there. Very short section though. I was hoping to ride more of it, but being that the other route didn't work out for us, it's much shorter. So. And then we will travel another old section of highway when we're heading back into camp. So there's just sections that they, at some point in time, they just bypassed it. So I would say way back. The one I think goes way back because it's pretty narrow. Couldn't imagine like driving 2 modern day vehicles on it. So anyway, any questions?
Sounds good.
Now let's get to it.
We stopped at a shady, peaceful spot along the Big Wood River to have lunch. Despite some rough spots as well as some mud holes, our travel was fast enough that it looked like we'd have a decent arrival time at our planned campsite near Silver Creek. Starting to see more of these lava outcroppings out here. So, what is Peekaboo?
It's the town where you stop and get fuel.
Oh, okay. Do you have a car wash?
They're only big enough to have a fishing store.
Oh, they have a fishing store, huh? Okay. We're departing Peekaboo, where we got gas, and they were kind enough to let us fill the water jugs. And now we are headed to our proposed campsite, which is about 10 miles away. It started raining while we were here, which might be good if it washes off some of that mud.
Silver Creek's off to the left of us. That's a pretty popular destination for a lot of fly fishermen.
The rainfall stopped even as we reached and began to set up camp. It was nice to have arrived at camp in time to enjoy the late afternoon, the adjacent creek, a beautiful sunset, and each other's company. It was a wet morning on day 7. No, it hadn't rained, but everything was soaking wet from the heavy dew. And we'd decided the evening before to skip our planned campsite for this day and attempt one further along so that we could complete the entire WEIOR. It was ambitious, but we all wanted to help George finish validating the route. This morning, however, Sagebrush Bob would depart our group, leaving us with 7 vehicles. Someone would say we were the Magnificent 7. I don't know how magnificent we were, but we all felt good about it. The Magnificent 7. Let's go do this. But first, coffee.
Rolling. Right turn at the T.
Keep them doggies rolling.
Right turn at T. Rawhide. All right, Bob, thanks for coming along. Hope to catch you on another trip soon.
Really enjoyed the time with you, Bob. Gonna miss you. Have a great time. Stay safe on the way home.
Have fun, Bob. Safe travels back to civilization. So are you old runner? I got to keep my hair. Hey, Mark, have you noticed that they're banning all-wheel drive vehicles for certain areas and trails?
Oh, yes. All-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive.
You know the reasoning behind that? I'd be curious to know. I have a few ideas, but I'm not 100% sure what the reasoning was behind it.
The thing is that so many people who have all-wheel drive vehicles, they don't actually go off-road, and then they get to a national park or a national monument, you know, something like getting out to White Pocket, and they try and get out there. There's a lot of sand, and a lot of times they don't even have the right tires.
Right. They just don't have the traction that they think they have.
We drove around and stopped at the remarkable Sand Butte. We spent a short time exploring it. However, tempting as a trace of road over the gap on the far side was, we did not have time for that, given our goal of reaching the end of the WEIOR.
Stay right past the Y. At the Y. At the Y. Kind of a rocky mud puddle. Careful.
It's a pretty deep one here.
Some more coming. Helicopters buzzing us.
He's having fun. I got the GoPro running. That was cool.
Oh yeah, he's baking right in front of me and I got it.
So we stopped here near Cream Can Junction and had some lunch, took a break. Gonna be heading out here shortly.
Hey, give me a left turn at the T. Left turn at the T. And goodbye, Cream Can Junction. Till next time. During World War II, they manufactured naval guns in Pocatello, Idaho, and they would bring them out here and shoot at Big Southern Butte. So apparently, I haven't really looked real hard, but apparently you can still see craters on it from the shell impacts. Oregon Trail, there was a cutoff called the Kelton Trail. I think it was what it was called. I think it came out of Fort Hall and made its way to Big Southern Butte, and then started working its way east from there. Hard left turn. Hard left turn.
We stopped at Big Southern Butte, which is one of the largest volcanic domes in the world. There is an unpaved road to the summit, but we did not have the couple hours it would take to drive it.
Is one of them Cedar Butte up there?
Yep.
So that's gonna be our home for the night.
We did this in a torrential downpour, and there was literally a good-sized river running through it when we were going up it. So there's not like a big area where everybody can camp. It's just kind of going to be dispersed throughout some trees there. So when we get up there, we'll kind of point some spots out, I guess. Yeah, it's not really as bad as I thought. I could have done. I have to shift into a low range. Yes, you can pull in and stay to the right there, or just leave enough room for Mike to get his truck around. Do you want to be behind me?
Finally, we get a fire.
Yes, and we hear we had your permission in the state.
Does that smell like China?
Of Idaho permission for this, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, they looked it up. They said it's good to go.
Okay, they?
What's that?
The powers that be.
Who was
People, we're not exactly
It
sure
was
who.
me, Dave, and Chad.
it? And who?
Chad?
Technically, I didn't even get on a site.
No.
I was trying to check the map to see how close we were to which county.
Great.
But
I thank everybody for being willing to push it today. We actually came into camp the earliest of all the days, I think. So
yeah, about 5:30.
yeah. So we did pass up a few features, but it seemed like everybody wanted to stay on route, so that's fine with me. I really wanted to try and push this all the way through. So
Got buzzed by a helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
awesome.
That was cool.
So what?
The helicopter that buzzed.
Oh yeah, that's probably the highlight of the day.
Yeah, he was a show off too.
Yeah, I was looking
Well,
at my map.
Saturday's
like,
going to be a full day.
I did Google Maps.
Right. It's just not going to be a
For here to
fun
Alpine.
full day.
It'll be a fast
So they could
drive.
try to-
Yeah, for 6 hours.
How long
You
is
figure
it
you're going to be
back?
driving that long on Saturday?
And it was like, yeah, 2.5 hours.
Well, once we hit the
it's
highway.
not showing it now.
Or you're talking about getting all the way to your
Here?
home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, for me, that's like 5 days.
You don't count.
Yeah, it was like 26.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not anticipating.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot longer.
traffic on the trail.
Just one, huh? I was just thinking the same thing.